I was looking for a tool to use to help women like me. Something that gives real insight into our wiring, how we are put together, why we respond the way we do, and what's actually going on beneath the surface. I looked at a few well-known options, and they're useful in their own way, especially in business settings. They help teams communicate better, understand roles, and improve performance. But that was also the problem for me. Most of these tools are built with the workplace in mind. They tend to simplify people into categories so they can function better in a system, be more productive, more efficient, easier to manage. And while that has value, it can feel a bit surface level and, if I'm honest, a bit boxed in. What I was looking for was something more personal, something that didn't try to fit women into a type or tell them how they should be, but instead help them understand who they already are at their core. Because especially in this season of life, the last thing we need is another framework trying to change us. What stood out to me about this approach is that it doesn't start with, how do we fix you? It starts with, how do we understand and grow you? It recognizes that growth doesn't come from trying to turn yourself into someone else. In fact, one of the biggest barriers to real growth is exactly that. When we feel like we're constantly being pushed to change who we are. Instead, this tool helps you reconnect with your natural design, your strengths, your tendencies, even the parts of you that you may have been told are too much or not enough. And from there, growth becomes a lot more sustainable because you're working with yourself, not against yourself. That's why for me, this felt very different. It's not about labeling you, it's about understanding you. And something else that really stood out to me is that this wasn't created as another corporate tool or personality test. I didn't come up with this, I found it, got trained on it, and grateful to be using it to help many during menopause. This tool shows that there are 14 tree types with more than 50 possible profile combinations. In my workshops, I explain things more in detail, but for today, I will briefly go over the 4 basic tree types and give you an idea of the concept. Your unique profile helps you understand yourself. It is a journey of self-discovery, understanding, and acceptance. How to love yourself for who you are. Because menopause doesn't just affect your hormones, it exposes your wiring. I love how this tool frames the different blueprints by using tree profiles to explain it all. Because trees grow and no two are exactly the same. So let me walk you through the 4 basic ones, and as I do, just notice what resonates with you. The first tree is called the palm tree. If you are more like a palm, you're naturally expressive, social, and full of life. You feed off connection, people, and moments. But during menopause, what often happens is that your energy drops, your tolerance for stimulation changes, and suddenly the very thing that used to fill you starts to overwhelm you. And that can feel confusing because you start thinking, why can't I handle what I used to love? It's not that you've changed who you are. Your nervous system just doesn't have the same capacity right now. The second tree is the rose bush. If you're more like a rose, you're strong, driven, and decisive. You push through, you get things done, But menopause doesn't respond to force. And this is where it can hit a rose woman very hard. Because the more you try to push through fatigue, brain fog, and emotional swings, the worse it gets. And that creates frustration, anger, and even a sense of failure. It's not that you're losing your strength, it's that your body is asking for a different kind of strength now. The third tree is the pine tree. If you are more like a pine, you're steady, calm, and caring. You hold space for everyone else. But menopause often brings internal overwhelm, anxiety, emotional sensitivity, and pine women don't always express that outwardly. So what happens is it builds inside. And people around you may not even realize how much you're actually carrying. Your challenge isn't coping, it's allowing yourself to be supported too. The fourth tree is the boxwood. This is me, but I have a combination of some palm and rose. If you are more like a boxwood, you like clarity, structure, and understanding what's happening. But menopause is unpredictable. Symptoms change, sleep is disrupted, your body doesn't follow logic anymore. And that can feel incredibly unsettling because you can't figure it out the way you used to. It's not that you've lost control, it's that this season requires trust, not certainty. So when we look at menopause through this lens, we start to see something very different. It's not just hormones, it's how those hormones interact with your design. That's why one woman can sail through and another feels like she's falling apart. It's not weakness, it's wiring. And for me, this changed everything because instead of fighting myself, I started understanding myself. I'm truly loving myself, and that's where real relief begins. I am Marley, and this is how I navigate menopause.